Hey everybody, welcome back. It's good to see you. Today we are working on the MK5 Jetta and we are getting these rear brakes fixed. That's right, we're back at it on the MK5 getting this leaky old Duracrap caliper replaced. I did pick up some TRWs, so I actually got one of these for each side. They are reasonably priced. I figured why not just put some new ones on the rear. Here, since I'm having an issue, since they are nice and fresh and uninstalled and silver like this, we are going to put a nice red coat of high temp paint on there to match the GTI carriers that are on here. We got to get some paint on those. I got to get some paint off of this because I still haven't taken care of that. We're going to get these rear brakes situated. This is the GTI style rear caliper. It does use a different braided line because it is a different style system. This is one of the GTI calipers that I was saying in my previous video that I had and I was going to put on the car, but one of them seized. You can see I've got the USP braided line on here. This is actually from the set that I matched. So I've got these on the front, the braided lines, so I'll just pull these off of here. I will have to transfer the hard line here over to the new caliper because this is a direct match for it. So we will get these painted actually this color because that's how they were going to be painted and I was going to put them on there, but one of them was seized, and you know the story that I went over in the other video. So we got to get this red paint onto here. So we're going to do a quick prep on this, quick primer paint with the high temp stuff to make it look like this so it matches this and everything works and is not leaking. And we're not just going to be talking rear brakes here. I'm going to get these all situated, but then I want to do a talk through on upgrading to the GTI sizing. So this does have GTI carriers and calipers up front with the bigger, larger rotors, and then in the back it's got the carriers and now soon to be GTI calipers because that's part of the problem I was having. Worked fine until the original one started leaking. That has nothing to do with the upgrade. It's just something that happened. But I want to go over what it takes to get a little bit better braking front and rear with a really cheap upgrade that you can do and use most of your stock stuff, but you can run the larger rotors and your factory calipers to get a little bit better stopping power. So we got to get this red paint onto here. New calipers are all painted up. These are the old ones that are seized and needed some work, but you can see I've got all the lines and everything on them. Those will have to get transferred over to these, the new ones, so they can go on the car. And for those of you that were really paying attention, yes, the ones I painted in the little time lapse there were the original ones that I'm not using on the car, but I didn't feel like refilming everything just to make the same content that I already had footage of. So yeah. Hard lines and the USP braided lines will get transferred to the new ones. But first, I want to take a look at the brakes on the Jetta and tell you what's needed to actually go to the bigger sizing that the GTI uses. Basically, this is getting you a larger diameter rotor so you can get a little bit better braking efficiency and braking power out of your Jetta or Rabbit. The simple version is you need new carriers, and then you can run the larger diameter rotors. You can keep your factory calipers. You will need to change brake pads because the carriers, the slider in the carriers is a little different. So just match the pads to the carriers and you're good to go. That's the simple story. Long story. So what I did was originally I had bought a used set of GTI calipers. I think they came off of Mark 6. They came out of Ohio. That's why the rear ones ended up being seized. But I had carriers and calipers that came off of that. So the front has the actual GTI calipers. That's why they're red. That's the factory red finish on them. I didn't respray those ones. They didn't have any problem with salt and everything coming off. The rear ones I did repaint because they were just flaking off, and that's typical rear Mark 6 caliper or GTI caliper in general stuff. So any factory red painted caliper, from that era, they typically had that problem. Sorry, getting sidetracked. So talking front setup here, like I said, factory GTI caliper and carrier. The carrier is really what you need. You can run your factory caliper that came on the car, but this is a 312 millimeter diameter rotor that is upped from a 288. So a little bit more meat there. Also brings your caliper out a little bit more, so you get a little bit more leverage on it. So it just helps the overall braking, helps with heat dissipation, helps with everything there. But this is the GTI full setup on this essentially, and then you've got to match the lines to the style of caliper that you're using. So if you're running the factory caliper, you might have a different style fitting that fits on it. I want to say the fronts were probably the same. The rears, which we'll go over, they do vary between the GTI calipers and the factory like Jetta calipers and Rabbit calipers. But this is 312 millimeters up front over a 288 factory. And then in the rear, it's a 282 over a 272 that came on the factory on mine. Now, the rears, there's a few slight variances. I want to say some of the cars came with like a 256. So that would be quite the jump from a 256 to the 282. But a little bit beefier back here. They are the rears, so they don't do that much of the braking anyways. I am running the factory dust shields on the back, both front and rear. No issues with that, factory dust shields. But these are the GTI carriers, and this is what makes it possible because the way it mounts, it offsets and gives you the proper offset for the larger diameter rotor. Obviously, we're in the middle of swapping out, but I was running the factory Jetta calipers on the GTI carriers. And then, so my setup, I was running EBC red stuff, front and rear, and then these are the EBC dimpled and slotted rotors. So larger rotors, front and rear, better pads, which I will be upgrading for the next track day. So there will be a video to come on that. I'm running the EBC reds all the way around on the street, and then before the next track day, I'm going to swap them out to something else. So stay tuned for that because we will be doing another brake video. I've also got some cooling and ducting stuff kind of in the works for the front to help deflect some air and help cool them better. That is essentially the quick version of updating to GTI brakes, get you a little bit better performance because you are running a slightly larger rotor. So pretty budget friendly. You can find the carriers used for a decent price for all four corners. If you buy them new, they're going to be a little pricey because it's factory Volkswagen stuff. So, you know, you're paying for the new stuff. Find them used. A lot of people parting out a car might have the carriers. Might even come with the calipers if you want the red calipers to go with it. Otherwise, you can run your factory calipers. You just need to get the carriers, the pads, and the rotors. So that's a pretty easy setup. A little bit better braking, more leverage, more cooling, stuff like that, just because there's more material there. Let's get those all swapped over and ready to go. Just kidding. Almost forgot to talk about the lines. So factory caliper here uses the banjo style bolt that just mounts directly to the caliper. So that is your soft line that goes from your hard line to the caliper. The GTIs, you can see, have this little hard line piece on the caliper here that goes to a fitting style. There's probably a technical term that I'll leave on the screen. This style to your soft line here. So same mating side on the car side, and then essentially the same end on the hardline side here that goes into the caliper. So you've got this little hard line that goes into the bracket here. So it is a different line. That's why I obviously have the USP that came with the set that I am running on the front. So I bought that as a complete set, front and rear, for the GTI style. And then when these didn't work and I kept the factory ones, I just picked up a set of the ECS, this red line here. So these are the ECS banjo style that I just picked up for the rear to run while these are on here. But since we're upgrading back to the GTI style with these new calipers, all of this will just transfer over to the new stuff. got everything transferred over to the new calipers, and it's Arizona, and I have an iPhone 16 Pro Max. I don't know if that makes a difference, but I was filming the time lapse on that, and it overheated and turned off. So this seems to be a reoccurring issue with the 16 Pro Max that I have. Leave a comment down below if you have issues with your phone and what phone you're using. I don't know if it's a 16 or an iPhone particular issue, but sometimes when I'm even driving down the road, I'll have the AC vent blasting right on the phone and it plugged in charging. And it'll say it's stopped charging because of overheating. So I don't know. I tried, but they're all ready to go on the car. So I think we should get those onto there, and of course the other side. But hey, not too bad. Working with these hard lines was a little challenging just because they tend to get a little bit out of bent, and then they don't want to line up, and you don't want to cross thread it, so you got to finagle it a little bit and make it work. But those are going to go onto there. I guess we'll try this again while I'm putting these calipers on. I don't know if it's going to film the whole thing or not, but we'll try. Got a flat tire, homie. Well, it looks like we made it this time. New calipers on. It is not hooked up to the line yet. I am waiting on some line stoppers so I can disconnect everything and kind of plug it and not lose all my RBF 600. I know it's not that big of a deal to drip a little bit while we're swapping lines, but everything's ready to go. This one's still hooked up. We'll just have to disconnect the line there, hook this line up there, and then bleed the system. I got to do the same thing on the other side, but I won't bore you with that. It's the same process as this side. So everything's all lubed up, good to go. Got the parking brake connected. Hopefully I don't have to readjust that because you got to take the entire center console out, or at least the back half of it, and it's kind of a pain in the rear end. So hopefully everything works out the same. This should be the same length on the parking brake cable. I don't know why I'm so stressed about it. It's really not that big of a deal. But we'll get the other side all buttoned up, and then we'll be back in a bit when I get those line plugs. So don't go anywhere. And look what the old Jeff Bezos marketplace turned up. Line stopper kit showed up. Probably would have been nice to have this before I started this project, because then I could have just pulled the old caliper and line away from the vehicle, plugged the line, and just left it there indefinitely until I got around to it. But we got it now, so we're going to minimize the mess while we get these lines switched over. And yeah, then we'll have functioning brakes again, which will be nice because they won't be leaky and they'll be nice and red. So it'll look better. It's a win-win. Line stopper kit. Of course, I will leave links to everything I've used on this entire project here down in the description below, so definitely check those out. And let's get this wrapped up. Everything is hooked back up now on both sides. So we've got the USP braided line here coming from the hard line from the car into the caliper. Everything's good to go. Now all we got to do is bleed it and check all of our fittings. We got a couple fittings here that we worked with and the one for the line there. We got to make sure that once this is bled that those are not leaking. That means it's time for some fresh RBF 600. We're going to pump it in with a pressure bleeder from the front there at the master cylinder. And then I'm going to start on the passenger side, on the other side there, bleed it, come over to this side and bleed it, get all the air out, make sure all those fittings are tight and not leaking, because obviously we don't want that. It's kind of one of the reasons we started this whole project in the first place, except it was a seal on the caliper itself instead of a fitting. But let's get the old pressure bleeder out and do this, because I don't have any friends and I'm gonna do it by myself because pressure bleeders are awesome. If you know, you know. Systems bled. I actually did all four corners just because I'm bleeding the system. I might as well, right? Do the fronts. We did go through that track day, put some abuse on the brakes. But both of the rear brakes are bled with no leaks. So all the fittings are holding, no leaks anywhere. They are all good to go. So no leaks on any of the fittings. New braided line from USP is in. New red painted factory silver caliper that I put red paint on. It's TRW calipers, same thing that comes on the GTIs. So obviously you want to take it for a test drive. Make sure the pedal feels good in the driveway before you head out. You don't want to have a brake failure while you're on your test drive, but see how the brakes feel while you're test driving it. You'll feel if there's any air in there, so you can come bleed them again if you got to get a little air out. Other than that, this thing's all buttoned up. I just got to finish solving that oil leak up front. Did get a new oil filter. I'll put that in, swap the seal over on the canister. Hopefully that solves the problem. If not, we'll diagnose it from there. Backside of the motor's been wet for a while. It hasn't really been dripping. I did notice on my oil pan now, though, that there's a little drip on the backside, so there might be something going on the backside of the motor, too. I also promise to get this all cleaned up. It's not going to take very long. I'll probably do it right as soon as I turn the camera off. But we'll get that buttoned up. Brakes are done, though. That is a GTI upgrade on the Jetta, so bigger rotors front and rear. All you need is the carriers, really, but those are factory GTI front calipers, and then now new GTI rear calipers. Since I had to replace them, I just went with the GTI ones. Reasonably priced enough, so just did both left and rights, painted them, got them all buttoned up, running USP lines, braided lines front and rear now. I bought that as a kit originally, like I said earlier, because I was going to use the factory GTI calipers that I got as a set, but those were seized. So it's just how my luck goes. I'm used to an Arizona car, and when you buy stuff from like Ohio and that part of the country, you deal with other problems. That's it for this one. Check out voyagerc.net for some cool Volkswagen apparel and some other stuff. All the links for the tools and parts and everything will be down in the description below as always. Thanks for hanging out with me. Hope you enjoyed it. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and we will see you in the next one.